There are nights when the city hums a low, persistent tune, and you find yourself staring out the window, not at the lights, but into the reflection of your own tired eyes. A weariness has settled deep in your bones, a fatigue not born from a single day's labor, but accumulated over years of striving, of explaining, of trying to be seen and understood in a world that seems perpetually distracted. It's a profound sense of emptiness, a quiet disorientation that washes over you when the noise of the day finally fades, leaving you alone with the echo of your own voice, wondering if any of it truly mattered. You replay conversations, turning words over and over like smooth, worn stones in your hand, feeling their weight, their inadequacy. The exhaustion isn't from failure, but from the relentless performance of being, the constant need to articulate your existence to an audience that may not even be listening. You begin to realize that perhaps you don't need to talk so much. You don't need to lay your soul bare to prove who you are, to validate your journey, or to justify your choices. Looking back, you see that so many of life's needless troubles, those small, sharp anxieties that prick at you in the dead of night, didn't sprout from doing the wrong thing. They grew from the fertile ground of saying too much. They grew from the seeds of words scattered carelessly, spoken out of a desperate need for connection or validation. You spoke of plans not yet fulfilled, grand blueprints for a future that was still a fragile, nebulous dream. By giving them voice, you exposed them to the harsh elements of judgment and expectation, turning a private hope into a public performance that demanded an outcome. You gave away the quiet magic of your own becoming. You spoke of pains that had not yet healed, revealing wounds still tender and raw. You sought solace in ears that were not obligated to offer it, sharing your vulnerability with those who saw it not as a sacred trust, but as a story, a piece of gossip, a momentary diversion. You spoke to people who were never meant to be the keepers of your heart's secrets, and in doing so, you allowed the sanctity of your own suffering to be diluted, trivialized, and sometimes even weaponized. You learned the hard way that not every listener is a confidant, and not every open ear is a safe harbor. Some are just passing ships, observing the wreckage from a safe distance before sailing on, leaving you more exposed than you were before. The silence that follows such an exchange is a heavy, suffocating thing, filled with the ghosts of words you wish you could reclaim. Every superfluous word you utter, every sentence that isn't absolutely necessary, becomes another opportunity for the world to define you on its own terms. It is another crack in your armor, another opening through which misunderstanding can seep. Every needless explanation is a fresh canvas for others to paint their own assumptions, to project their own insecurities and biases onto your life. Each word is a potential piece of evidence, cataloged and stored away, waiting to be brought out and used against you when the circumstances suit them. You offer a glimpse into your uncertainty, and they see weakness. You share a moment of joy, and they feel the sting of envy. You explain your reasons, and they hear only excuses. The narrative of your life, so complex and deeply personal, is flattened into a one-dimensional caricature, judged by a jury that was never interested in the full story. They were only looking for a line, a quote, a soundbite to confirm what they already believed. The truly wise, the ones who move through life with a quiet, unshakable grace, they don't remain silent out of fear. Their silence is not a retreat, not an admission of defeat. It is a position of strength, a conscious and deliberate choice. It is the quiet confidence of a sovereign spirit. They have learned a fundamental truth that the rest of us spend years chasing. Not everyone deserves a window into your soul. Not everyone has earned the right to know what you are thinking, what you are building in the quiet workshop of your mind. Not everyone needs to know what you are doing, the daily, unglamorous work you put in to become the person you hope to be. And not everyone needs to know where you are going, the destination you hold in your heart like a secret compass. Your path is yours alone to walk, and you are not obligated to provide a map to every curious passerby. As you get older, the noise begins to lose its appeal. The spotlight feels less like a validation and more like an interrogation lamp. You find yourself drawn to peaceful people, those who possess a stillness that seems to emanate from their very core. You observe them, and you notice a common thread. The ones who live the most peaceful lives, the ones who seem most at ease in their own skin, are usually the ones who have mastered the art of restraint. They are the ones who know how to keep their mouths shut and their hearts to themselves. They understand that their inner world is a sacred space, not a public forum. They guard their energy, not with high walls, but with a quiet, discerning gate. They share their thoughts, their dreams, their pains, but only to the very few who have proven themselves worthy of that trust. Their peace is not an accident. It is a carefully cultivated garden, protected from the trampling feet of the careless and the unkind. Talking less does not make you smaller. It does not diminish your presence or erase your worth. It just makes your life more peaceful. It clears the air of static, allowing you to hear your own thoughts with startling clarity. Those who are meant to see you will see you, not because of the volume of your words, but because of the depth of your silence. And those who see themselves in this truth, those who feel the deep resonance of this quiet power, will naturally fall silent alongside you. It is not a lesson to be taught, but a truth to be realized by those who are ready.